Kensurfs here, and another shave video. This one I've been thinking about doing for a while, and it's a Charles Bronson tribute shave. And for the aftershave today, I'm going to be using Mandom. And in the early 70s, the late 60s, Charles Bronson was doing commercials for Mandom. And I believe that it's still made, well, this one I actually got from Japan, if you can't tell. This was imported. I had to buy it online from Japan. But Charles Bronson did the commercial, and I'm going to show you a commercial in a little bit. One of the original commercials for Mandom. And Mandom has the same classic smell as like the Old Spice or the original Brut, Fabergé Brut. It does have a classic smell, but it's just not that easy to get. But I'm going to be doing a shave or an aftershave with that today. It's going to be a little bit of a vintage shave. I'm going to be using some vintage items. So I'm going to be using the long handle Black Beauty set on level 3. I'm going to be using original Wilkinson sword blades in that, made in England. So I'll be using that. I'm going to use a modern, because somebody had asked me, and I've used it before, but they said, can you use an Omega synthetic brush in one of your shaves? And I have done that before. I want to put that into my crystal skull and let it soak a little bit. And I'm going to be using, too bad I don't have vintage Gillette shaving cream from the old days, but I will be using some vintage Gillette. So, I hope everything's going good with you. I'll need about 2 seconds to get this set up. Be right back. All right. Well, it's Movember still, so I'm growing out the mustache, and actually my wife asked me to grow out the goatee because she says she doesn't like me just with a mustache. So, you know, happy wife, happy life. So I will be doing a shave around the goatee, and it's starting to come in. Very slow, but it's starting to come in. It'll come in just perfect by the time I have to shave it off at the end of the month. But let me get this started. So I'm going to put some Gillette shaving cream into a Captain's bowl there. Put some of that in there. Got quiet all of a sudden. Captain's Choice bowl. Get that ready to whip up. I've already got the blade inserted into here. Man, I was trying to get this video ready for Charles Bronson's birthday, which was November 3rd. So I did miss that. Would have been nice to do a tribute shave on his birthday. And I can't believe he passed away in like 2003. He was born in 1921, passed away in 2003 of pneumonia. Thank goodness it was natural causes. It's so terrible when some of these, you know, they have a severe illness that just lasts for a long time, and, you know, not thank goodness that he passed away, but I'm glad that the guy didn't have cancer. His wife, Jill Ireland, passed away in, I believe, 1990 from cancer. And my dad, too. So that's why Movember promoting, you know, you get guys, go out and get your cancer checkups, go out and get your prostate checkups, go, you know, you don't want to let something happen to you that you could have prevented. So that's the reason of the Movember shaves. Or the Movember guys growing out their mustaches or their goatees. Look at this. It's looking good. Let me wet my face. You know, it's sad to say, there's probably some guys out there who've never seen a Charles Bronson movie. And I've got some clips. It's about 4 or 5 minutes worth of clips here. There is some language in it because Charles Bronson is one badass. I mean, he kicks ass. He was a good actor, and he always played a great character in his movies. So you can fast forward through it, but here's a few scenes from some of my favorite Charles Bronson movies. I hope you enjoy.
Frank? Frank sent us. Did you bring a horse for me? Looks like we're shy of one horse. You brought two too many.
You believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Well, you're going to need him.
Who are you? We're still in the fucking car. What's it to you?
It's my car. Now you're gonna die. Who the fuck are you?
Death.
You understand German? What was that dame singing about?
Well, it's about a very lonely girl.
Food.
Cincinnati.
Comfort.
Chicago.
What made you say that?
That's what I was thinking about.
Perfect. Right through the middle of the foundation. Good luck to us, Danny.
Arrivederci, Napoli. This really is a beautiful city.
What the hell? Let's go.
Fires a 475 Wildy Magnum. Real stopping power.
Is that like a 44 Magnum?
No, a 44 Magnum is a pistol cartridge. And a 475 Wildy Magnum is a shorter version of the African big game cartridge.
When you look at that, fuck you in the ice cream. Fuck your leg.
A white man's talking to you. You need stepping on, Breed. Back off, lawman. You hear that, George? I'm gonna bleed you, boy.
I'm doing this because I'm an eccentric millionaire.
It's a job for 6 men. Watching over a village south of the border.
How big's the opposition?
You know, I used to watch those classic World War II movies with my father. So we would see The Great Escape and The Dirty Dozen, and that was when I started to learn about who Charles Bronson was. But as you saw, he did a lot of Westerns. And that one scene from Once Upon a Time in the West, where Noah, you brought 2 horses too many. That's an absolutely cool movie. That movie lasts like 3 hours long. It's with Henry Fonda and Charles Bronson, but a really good movie if you haven't seen it. But what reinterested me when it was probably the early 80s when he started doing the Death Wish movies again. He did Death Wish in, I think, 1974, and then Death Wish 2 came out, and then Death Wish 3, Death Wish 4, and boy, those movies, there was always a little humor and a lot of action. So if you have not seen the Death Wish or Charles Bronson movies, I really encourage you to check them out. In fact, Bruce Willis is about to release a new updated version of Death Wish where he plays the character Paul Kersey. And it's coming out in a couple of weeks, I think. It's coming out in November, they said. So I do encourage you to see it. The commercials look great. In fact, I'll put a link to the YouTube commercial or the preview in my video. All right. The Black Beauty. Let me, there we go, lock that exposure. Gotta remember not to shave off the mustache or the goatee, because that can happen. This video is going to run long. Those clips were, I think, 4 or 5 minutes, and the commercial I'm going to show you for Mandom, you know, the quality. You know, please forgive the quality, but you know, from something that was from the early 70s, late 60s. You know, I'm surprised that there's still some quality copies available. I don't know how it'll look if you're watching it on the television screen or a big screen, but in fact, I'll roll the commercial right now.
All the world loves a lover. All the world loves Mandom. Good night, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bronson. Good night, Mr. Bronson. Sleep tight.
Thank you, sir. All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land and to know the joy of loving is to live in the world of Mandom. There's a someone soon the world will be yours. Might return today, but it disappears when the ones you love is near. You're in Mandom. All the Mandom loves the light. 愛とは、勇気とは、優しさとは、男のあり方を問うとき、男の大衆が漂う。男のありか、それはMandom.
Now that's funny because I never saw the commercials here in America, and it appears, you know, there's some Japanese language in it. But other people, other shavers, the person who asked me to do the Mandom says they remember that commercial, and I had never heard of Mandom, but it's still popular today, even in Japan. But hey, one good thing about the shaving community, they let people know about items that they might not have ordinarily known about. See that meter? It's picking up the, look at that. You can see the growth. The fuzz coming in. Slow but sure. You know, the Omega synthetic brush does work real well. And I've got a lot of Omegas. But somebody had said they had just bought one. They really enjoyed the synthetic, and they wondered why I haven't done a video with one in a while. So there we go. See? I read your comments. The 454 Wildy Magnum. Man, that was, I think, Clint Eastwood in, was it Sudden Impact? When he was using the 44 Auto Mag in that movie. I think Charles Bronson, they kind of copied something similar, because that 44 Auto Mag was a very similar weapon. But Clint Eastwood's Model 29 44 Magnum is still a real classic out here in the United States, at least for me. It's been a long time since there's been a Dirty Harry movie too. I know Clint's not, he's behind the camera these days, not in front of it, but what do you think? A reboot of Dirty Harry? That would be interesting. Perfect. I'm gonna tempt fate. I'm gonna do a third pass for you. Well, that's what's cool about the fast forward button. You guys can just fast forward and get right through this if you want. The Gillette shaving cream works fantastic. And I got a feeling that Mandom, from the smell, has a lot of alcohol in it. And I can feel that this is giving me a very, very close shave. So the burn is going to be good. And I do apologize about the quality on that, but it was nice that I could at least find, you know, somewhat of a decent commercial to add into that. There we go. Right. Nicked me a couple of places. That third pass will do it. Man. It's a pain getting that soap off of me. I had soap in my ears for a couple of hours last week. I didn't realize it. In fact, one of you commented, I looked at the comments about 2 hours after doing the shave, and they said, hey man, you got soap in your ears. And I went, whoop, and I still did. All right. Mandom. Oh, it does smell, I tell you, it's got the vintage smell. It's got the Old Spice, the Brute. It's got that smell. I'm gonna put a lot on. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a good burn. Whew, especially on the neck. Oh yeah. Whew. It's 1970 all over again. But I'm 8. No. All right. I've been wanting to do that for a while. And I forget the gentleman who asked me to do the Mandom. Might have been a lady who had asked me to do the review on it. I apologize for the timely delay. It is made in Japan, but I can't tell what the ingredients are. I'm sorry. But it really does have a good scent. In fact, it has such a good scent, I'm going to hit it one more time. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to, I'm getting up there again on the subscribers. We'll have to do another subscriber giveaway again real soon. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again real soon.